That was a wet weekend, wasn't it?
It was. My hair still hasn't dried.
Well, if you don't know what we're talking about, we recently went to round one of the Iconic Cup at West London, one of our favourite on-road events, outside on-road events, actually.
It is. It was great fun. But as someone said in the comments, that is typical April showers weather. That it was so changing, and you got the worst of it.
Yeah, I had really bad luck actually, because every time I went out, it was like somebody said up there, "Oh, Mark's going out again. Flick the rain on, will ya?" Bang, and as soon as I finished, turn it off. He's done now. It was literally like that. So we had a bit of a bad run of it. We got our sort of B final, or say B heats, if you will. Yeah, we had a bit of a bad run of it. But I did have one run, and I was so happy with the run. The car was absolutely flawless. Everything just came together. You know, the crosshairs aligned. And I always wanted the 17 lapper over there at West London, and I was 3 seconds. 3 seconds.
By the end, it was 5, but at one point it was 3, and you were getting quicker and quicker, and it was on its way down. I was like, "He's going to do it! He's going to do it!" And then I think you made a slight mistake on one lap, and it just dropped back down to a 16 and 5.
Yeah.
But it was cold. It's not peak of summer yet. There's more to come on that track.
I think so. I think normally when we go there, it's kind of beginning of the summer. I mean, we say the beginning of the summer now. It's not really, is it? Give it another month.
Spring still, I think.
Yeah. So it's normally a bit warmer over there. But you know what? Absolutely brilliant. I forget how good
Brilliant.
it actually
Speaking
is.
of brilliant.
Oh, yeah, that went all right, didn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it went well. It was quite comical watching that little thing bobble its way along, you know, the track.
Do you know what? This car here.
What? Tell everybody what it is. Well, we must tell everybody what cars these are, because we're prattling on.
We'll get to that, but I think this is the essence of the Iconic Cup. Well, how I see it, it's iconic, it's old, it's full of character.
I'll be honest with you. I think if you used to go, because it was the 10-year anniversary, wasn't it? Yeah. This year's the 10-year anniversary, and if you don't know, John Weston there puts on a cracking event. It makes a lot of money for Parkinson's UK, and we all get to race our little cars, don't we?
We do.
But I think 10 years ago, you probably would have done really well with that car.
Yeah. But I was scrutineering on the day, which meant I got to have a look at the A final minis, and none of them look like this. No, none of them look like that.
That's pretty stock in it. So that's that's a Tamiya MO5, right?
This is a Tamiya MO5. I've got my Radio Link ESC. Didn't let me down in the wet. Good as gold. I did waterproof it. I've got a little 3D printed box there that I kept my receiver in.
That's
the only upgrade that I've got away from kind of standard on this would probably be the quick release battery.
Yeah, but that's not performance. It's not going to give it any more performance, is it? No. You got your
racing shocks. Other than that, it's pretty much as it comes out of the box.
But you know what? That's the beauty about the Iconic Cup, because you can go there and you can run a stock car. And you can be in the mix, to be quite frank.
I was definitely in the mix.
You can be in the mix.
I was definitely in the mix.
Well, you know, us RCers, we do like to, we like to eke out a performance. You know, you and I are on polar opposites. We always are. But I like to, put the old hop-ups on and all that and get the best out of the car, whereas I think you're quite happy just to... You set yourself a challenge, didn't you, where you want to do well, and it didn't disappoint. In actual fact, and I said it on the video, your final was a bit boring.
Well, the thing is,
you ran away with it, man.
I've run this. When we go back to those early days, the Pop Along GP, our first ever one over at Milton Keynes, when we were doing the parking lot racing, we used to run these in the rain over there.
Yeah, they were pretty
and
good.
And I had, this car is still set up the same. So therefore, this is a wet car.
Yeah.
It's set up for the wet. So I knew if it did rain, I'd probably do all right.
Yeah.
And
we did.
I so badly wanted to make the A final. And I was on for it. Had I made the A final, that would have been an interesting race, because I would have probably started last and I would have definitely made up spaces.
Yeah, you probably would have done. Yeah.
But as it goes, it wasn't meant to be. And I think I had a lap on everybody by the end, didn't I?
Yeah.
So
the rain played into your favour.
Definitely.
So you did well there. That was a good final to watch, that one. Mine was good. I had some good battles on track, actually. I made one little mistake where I don't know what happened, and I had 2 cars just come straight past me, and I thought to myself, how did that happen? And then I just hung on to the back of them, and then the race finished.
But that's the thing, the standard of driving there, it is one mistake changes your position in the top heats, isn't it?
Yeah, but you know what?
And because of the weather, there were guys in your race that should have been in the A final.
Yeah, there was one, the guy that won it he was quick, no doubt about that.
Yeah.
But the rest of us were kind of, sort of toe to toe, so to speak.
Bumper to bumper.
Bumper to bumper. So
we'll go with bumper to bumper.
I would say I had a very good day. Never disappoints. It's a fun event. I always enjoy it. It seems like we do a lot of events.
I'm a bit sad.
I know what you're going to say. I know. It's the only round we're doing, isn't it?
We're doing the one this year.
I know. I'm gutted about that because I'd love to have done some more rounds, but just wasn't meant to be.
The calendar just didn't align, did it?
No. And this car's all ready for round 2, but we're not going to do rounds. It's ready for round 3 and round 4 and round 5. Is there a round 6?
I don't know. Where can we run these now? Who's still running Iconic Spec TTO 1s or Iconic Spec Minis? Who still runs them? Milton Keynes, I know they have got a Tamiya class, but I think they've moved away from the Iconic Spec a little bit, which actually I think is quite a good thing.
Well,
I've got a couple of other cars I want to run there.
I read the rules of Leighton Buzzard, and they said you have to run a 1060 ESC. So I'm out.
You're out because you've got your Orca one in there.
Yeah.
Who else is there?
Maybe they should change it. I don't know, but
I think
I wanted to race it outside though.
Stevenage, they changed their rules for their Tamiya class.
Right.
Bedford, the Tamiya class is more of a beginner class over there.
Yeah.
So,
but we've had before you exhale, we've had some negative comments coming about the Tamiya stuff and that, and I may well have instigated that because I'm not a massive Tamiya fan, as you're probably well aware. However, I have had some of, if not the best racing, close racing with this TTO one that I've ever had, and the reason for that is because it's fast enough to race and it's slow enough to race.
Exactly.
You with me?
I am. This is what I say all the time.
Yeah.
And sometimes you go off on your merry touring car journeys and your mod buggies.
The mod buggies, no, I love buggies, but
what I'm saying is sometimes those slightly slower classes, hence the vintage buggies, it just makes for better racing.
It does, because you can plot and plan where you're going to take the next. But you might be at the corner of your eye watching the person behind, and you'll know where you're faster than them. So if you stick on their bumper, as soon as they get to that point, you can just shove up their inside or wherever they're going wrong. You can't do that with the fast stuff. It is impossible.
Yeah, the human reflexes just aren't there.
Not for our age group, anyway. Yeah.
No.
But no, it was good. What was you going to say? You was going to say something, weren't you?
I was, but it's gone now because I'm old. I'm forgetful.
I don't know what to say. But yeah, it was a cracking event down at the Iconic Cup. You got some.
I remember what it was now.
What?
We don't have to only go to West London for the Iconic Cup.
No.
They do a Sunday series and they run the Tamiyas.
Ah.
So why don't we just wait for the weather? Just head down there on a Sunday.
It's not a bad idea.
It's a great club, and do you know what? You've not done this before, but sometimes, and I got caught out by this once and broke my car, sometimes Mike changes the track layout.
He don't, does he?
He does. He puts those little barriers.
I thought he was a bit of a stickler for the old, like, no, we're going to keep it like this.
No, that's only for the big events. So that's the GP track that we do. Right. But there are quite a few different layouts that you can do on that track. And I've raced on a couple of them. And the first time I went out, I got up on the rostrum, pegged it down the straight, round the big turn.
Wallop.
And the track had changed and I drove straight into a barrier and I thought, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
I didn't look at the track before I went out.
You might have said that, yeah. Well, yeah, that's you got to watch that. You don't want to break your car.
No.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I took about 5 cars with me that day, so I was good anyway.
So do you know what else I really like about the Iconic Cup? Right, the cars are modelled on real cars, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah. I think, especially in the stock class, I know that your class is the same, right?
Yeah, but you know what? I thought some of the cars that were running around in this class looked a little bit more jelly mouldy this year.
We've got to stay. I don't know.
I'm going to say this looks like a proper car.
Well, yeah, it does, yeah.
Aerodynamically, pretty terrible.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you got a trophy though, didn't you?
I did. It's very nice trophy.
Go get your trophy. Magic it here.
Last time I brought my trophy down after I won it, you got upset because you didn't have one, so I thought I'd keep it away.
I'm used to not having them.
I know.
I'm used to not having them now.
You're not that good. But my point being is, do you know what? There are a few shells in that race that they just looked a little bit too. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's the way it's going, isn't it? That's the way it's going. You know?
Bring back the Mini Cooper is what I can say.
Yeah, bring back the Mini Cooper. It would be nice to see a bunch of them go round, but nevertheless.
Now, I have got one last thing I want to say about this MO5. Having seen all of those other hopped up MO5s, and I have got quite a lot of MO5 stuff, do I upgrade it for next year? Or do I leave it as it is? You guys decide. What shall I do? Shall I make some changes and some upgrades to this car? Or do I stick with my roots and just carry on?
Well, if you didn't upgrade it and you carried on like that,
yeah,
are you happy not winning?
Yeah.
Well,
I did win.
You won the
got my trophy.
Yeah, but you didn't win, did you?
I'm never going to win when you've got people like Mr. Iconic.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Iconic, yeah.
He wins everything.
Yeah.
You need to share.
He won't share.
He won't share.
No.